अव्यक्त मुरली रिवीजन 1969 से। ज्ञान के रतन और स्नेह के मोती। अव्यक्त वाणी। तारीख है 16 अप्रैल 1977। ब्राह्मण जन्म की दिव्यता और अलौकिकता। सुनना और समाना। सुनना सहज लगता है, रुचि होती है सुनते ही रहे। यह इच्छा सदैव रहती है। ऐसे ही समाना भी इतना ही सहज अनुभव होता है। सदा इच्छा रहती है कि समाने से बाप समान बनना है। समाने का स्वरूप है बाप समान बनना। तो अभी तक फर्स्ट स्टेज पर हो, सेकंड स्टेज पर हो व लास्ट स्टेज तक हो। लास्ट स्टेज है सुनना और बनना। सुन रहे हैं, बन ही जाएंगे, बनना ही है। कल्प पहले भी बने थे, अब भी अवश्य बनेंगे। यह बोल लास्ट स्टेज में समाप्त हो जाते हैं। एक एक बोल जैसे जैसे सुनते जा रहे हैं, वैसे वैसे बनते जा रहे हैं। लास्ट स्टेज वालों का लक्ष्य और बोल स्वरूप द्वारा स्पष्ट दिखाई देगा। जैसे पहला पाठ आत्मा का सुनते हो और सुनाते हो, लास्ट स्टेज वाली आत्मा सिर्फ शब्द सुनेंगी, सुनावेंगी नहीं, लेकिन साथ साथ स्वरूप में स्थित होंगी। इसको कहते हैं बाप समान बनना। स्वयं का व बाप का स्वरूप व गुण व कर्तव्य सिर्फ सुनाएंगे नहीं, लेकिन हर गुण और कर्तव्य अपने स्वरूप द्वारा अनुभव कराएंगे। जैसे बाप अनुभवी मूर्त है, सिर्फ सुनाने वाले नहीं हैं। अच्छा, आगे की मुरली कल सुनेंगे। ओम शांति। हो गई, पूरी हो गई। सैर करी जब तेरे चार धाम की, आई कुटिया में आंख नम हो गई। दिल की आवाज जब बाबा ने सुनी, मन की मुराद सब पूरी हो गई। तेरा 4 बजे आना, लाड प्यार से उठाना, मीठी मीठी बतलाना, मने अच्छा लागे से। तेरा फोटो आगे जाना, योग कमरे में लगाना, देख तेरा मुस्कुराना, मने अच्छा लागे से। सुबह शाम तेरा जान मीठा लागे, तेरा ज्ञान करना, तेरा गुणगान, मने अच्छा लागे से, अच्छा लागे से। महिमा महान मेरे मीठे बाबा की, ऊंची है ये शान मेरे प्यारे बाबा की। ऊंचा ऊंचा धाम मेरे मीठे बाबा का, घर से परम धाम दिलाराम का, दिलाराम का। मेरा चला कारोबार जब से आया तेरे द्वार, होया सुखी परिवार, मने अच्छा लागे से। तेरा संग पे युवाना, आके मुरली सुनाना, मीठे बच्चे के बुलाना, मने अच्छा लागे से। तेरा भोग प्रसाद घड़ी घड़ी आवे याद, तेरी डोली का स्वाद, मने अच्छा लागे से। मीठी वाणी ऐसे मेरे मीठे बाबा की, रामा नहीं जावे बिन सुन मुरली। सोनी सोनी सूरत मेरे प्यारे बाबा की, भूली को न जावे ऐसी दिल में बसी, दिल में बसी।
Om Shanti. Experiment on yourself and others with your mind, with the power of yoga. Be a resident of the Avyakt region. Use the vehicle of your divine intellect to stabilize in the stage of the highest peak. Be a resident of the Avyakt region and spread waves of the cooperation of good wishes and pure feelings for all souls. With the experimentation of yoga, give unhappy and peaceless souls the sakash of peace and power. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Avyakt Parivar. So today is a very, very special day. Today is the Bab Dada's Milan Day, the first turn of the season 2025-2026. So today we'll be celebrating our sweet Milan, the meeting with Bab Dada. And here it's already morning, 31st of October in the evening. Bab Dada will be coming and meeting us. And I'm sure everyone is ready to meet Bab Dada, right? We just saw some of the glimpse of how Bab Dada used to come. Of course, with our mind and with our stage, we will experience the same meeting with Bab Dada today as well. And you heard the song. There were a few Kumaris from Indore hostel. They sang beautifully song in front of Didi. So we wanted to present in front of Avyakt Parivar. So today's 31st, experiment on yourself and others with your mind with the power of yoga. Today's topic, be a resident of the Avyakt region. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. I think most of you know that this program of Avyakti Parivar began on 13th day of Dadi Janki. Dadi Janki used to love to have chit chat 7:30 in the evening. So we thought maybe those of us who were, we call gharwalas, that at 7:30 we will sit together for 15 minutes. Then suddenly COVID began. So during COVID, nobody could go to center. There were a lot of people who somehow that felt they need some kind of, where we can meet, and same time Zoom began, and we were able to get a very good mm, package of Zoom for whole region. I think we were about 130, 140, and we gave everyone Zoom so that we can be together, because that was very scary time for many. You can't go anywhere, you can't touch anyone, you can't go to market, all that. So we thought we will do it for a short time, maybe until COVID is over. But some or other, we were able to continue. It's almost more than 5 years now. And the team of about 100 plus souls behind who arrange videos and search for the right kind of titles, it's a lot of work. So it's a long history why we call it Avyakti Parivar. But one of the important point Baba is talking about is divine intellect, knowledgeful intellect, peaceful intellect, broad intellect. Baba uses many, many names. But most beautiful one is divine intellect, where you don't have influence of anyone, nor of human being, nor of circumstances, nor of all the information in the world. So much is happening. You have, like we have to keep information, but don't allow that information to make it your belief or your reasoning. I know that we were few of us who became regular visitors to UN, and they always talk about so many things, and some after some time their logic was more UN based in the sense of whatever was happening there. But I always remember Baba had said, no, divine intellect will have just information, but not involvement in a way. So to experience, be a resident of the Avyakt the Vatan region. Baba saying, use the vehicle of your divine intellect to be stable in the stage of high peak. Be a resident of Avyakt region, and from there spread the waves of cooperation, of good wishes, and pure feelings for all souls. With the experimentation of yoga, give happy and peaceful souls the sakash of peace and power. And because all this began in the Western world, so it was actually all in Hindi, all in English. But later on, there was some request. So we started having in Hindi also. So you will find most of the program in English. And then little bit, but there is translation in 9 languages happening now. So that means if you have a Vyakti Parivar number, you can listen to any translation. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Thank you, Didi, and also Baba, that this topic of divine intellect came today. What I would like to clarify is that how to make your intellect divine. You know, you have given 2 very good definitions of divine intellect. That one is that the intellect is called divine when it does not get involved in many things and ordinary conversations and so on. And secondly, it remains free from any kind of influence, people, circumstances, or worldly information and so on. But for example, there are souls who get influenced. The information affects their reasoning, and though they may not want it, but how to protect the self from any kind of influence so that your intellect becomes divine and you are really able to fly to the Avyakt region and become Avyakt Vatanvasi.
One is making our intellect divine, but other is the gift which you get from Baba. As soon as we come to Baba, Baba gives us knowledge and we began to believe I am a soul and we practice soul consciousness. But divine intellect is the gift which Baba gives you. As soon as you come to Baba, Baba says, I give you, or not, third eye is not eye of knowledge. I remember 2 things which in Baba's room when I was with Baba alone. Few of us were there. So, one we call it original knowledge, Nij Gyan, that is saying. So when we came, we understood knowledge as it is, not with examples and stories and their own experiences. Like these days when people give 7 days course, they use a lot of different methods. And I tell them they don't need method. Right? When we came in Gyan, This is your home, Paramdham. This is your inheritance. Baba has come to establish golden age. In 20 minutes, they gave us, and we understood, man, it touched us. Because what is needed in life? Your parents, your home, your future. So everything just was, so that stayed with us. But then there are some, what they heard from here, there, different places. So it was not really that pure knowledge. And because it was not there, then they didn't experience that much transformation of intellect. So you get divine intellect, actually, all of us.
Mm-hmm.
But then, if I believe this is truth, this is what God is telling me, whatever we hear, right? Like, we used to read Gita or whichever scripture. So when we got knowledge, as immediately we know that this is not, no, Baba says salt in the sack of flour. Like we immediately know that this is not what is right, this is not. But there are some who continue with reading scriptures, and
Mm-hmm.
I read all the scriptures after belonging to Baba, only because when people came, scholars came, and you could talk to them, you can tell them, it's just for information. But some people, while getting that somewhere, get influenced. So their reasoning is also mixed reasoning. When I start going in trance, Baba said, don't use it for personal. And secondly, don't allow the opinions of others,
Mm-hmm.
to get into your intellect. As I said, that we went to UN, we were three of us. And one's language was all the time like UN language, because her intellect has started believing. I mean, it's true to whatever information you get in anywhere, it's true, but it doesn't resonate with us, no. So I think influence is where you are still not very clear, no.
Mm-hmm.
When there are different opinions, you could be confused. You don't know what to follow, what direction. For us, is Shrimat, is Baba, Maryada, that's our life, right? And someone said, no, waking up, new theory is morning hours is the best to rest. So why Baba doesn't want Amrit Vela at 5 in the morning? Why Baba? Why 4 in the morning? A lot of things. Even if we explain them that Amrit Vela is between 3 to 5, they still have their own reasoning. Some they say this is good for morning because your organs are uh, at that time cleansing is happening, so you should be resting. So many logics come, but it doesn't appeal me. I say I still believe Amrit Vela is 3 to 5. When we wake up, 3 o'clock, silent, whole universe is silent. Maybe in some countries, different timing. So I think that reasoning gets little bit influenced, and which we come to know through because their power start reducing to their capacity, like they won't be able to wake up if you do not have proper, experience of 3 o'clock in the morning is so beautiful, right? When you wake up at 5 in the morning, your thoughts of actions already begin, right?
I was thinking that maybe because Baba gives us that eye of the intellect, the third eye, so that means the eye of knowledge, and knowledge means Murli. So if the soul, as Baba told Dadi Janki, that if you want to go ahead, you read Murli 8 times a day.
8 times.
8 times, yeah. And so if Brahmins begin to practice it, that if not 8 times, maybe at least revise very thoroughly after listening to the Murli and choose something from the Murli and then go on contemplating on that, probably it will help to become free from all the influences and so on and so on. So this is my thinking. And second was, I was thinking that Baba also gives us the power of making the right choice and the right decision. So sometimes when the intellect is influenced by some information, the person is not able to make the right decision. And so what should be the right way? And sometimes it may happen to some responsible person, to whom somebody has come to get the decision. And so what should be the right way that the decision made is very right, which convinces everybody. Yeah.
I mean, of course, no, we have Shrimad, but that also Baba used to tell two different souls in a different way. You must have heard story of Brother Brijwan and Ramesh Bhai. You all have heard that Ramesh Bhai had his own practice of law and accounts work. Brijwan Bhai was working in a big project in Punjab. So they asked if he can drink tea. If my boss and he offers tea, should I say no to it? Or so Baba told Brijwan Bhai that you might have to eat, drink tea. And Ramesh Bhai said, no, you are your own boss. You don't need to oblige someone by accepting anything. So some people say, but why two things, I think that Shrimat is protection from karmic accounts, creating more bondages, more dependencies. Shrimat helps us to be, free. And so I give example that some of the brothers, bachelors, Kumars, live in foreign country. So they make money. So their family here think that they can send us money, and which they do. But then they keep asking, oh, we have one house, it's not enough. Maybe we build another house. So they went to Dadi Janki that what to say, what to do. Dadi said, their greed shouldn't increase and your attachment shouldn't increase. That's the formula. Instead of saying do it or not do it, how much to do? Because then they say, should I stop? Should I? So you have to continuously. Daddy said, no, you decide that their greed doesn't increase and your attachment doesn't. You keep doing because of attachment. They keep asking because of greed. No? So same for every action. The main aim Baba gives Srimad that our vices, there needs to be purity. We don't create more bondages of karmas and then we have to settle. That was whole Srimad really is meant for that. So those who are clear or their instruments, I remember you could intellectually decide on something. Then we go to Dadis and we say, Dadi, what you think? Because their blessings, Dadis not necessarily want to know everything. Some people say we don't need to tell. But their blessing is important. So we will even decide and say, Dadi, we are doing this. We want your good wishes. No. So we remain connected with seniors.
Yeah. Yeah. Another question which I wanted to ask was about being free from obstacles. Baba many times says, become nirvigna. Your center should be nirvigna and you yourself should be nirvigna. So I think that there is a very strong connection between divine intellect and the stage of being free from obstacles. and making the center also free from obstacles. Right? Yes.
Obstacles, we have to first say there could be storms, we call it, no? And that's definitely from your weaknesses or looking at someone's defects. And see, in yagya, there will always be obstacles, always. But like Brahma Baba, if you really look at histories, so many things happen. Beggary part and picketing, and no, they were big obstacles, right? But Baba will be smiling.
Mm-hmm.
You know, picketing is happening, he's standing on 5th floor of the building in Karachi and just watching and smiling. So there was no obstacle, you know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But these days, any little thing happen, no, it's like obstacle.
Mm-hmm.
We used to give example of 3-leg race, right?
Yeah.
So when they have 3 leg, no, they tie it and they make you run. And on the way you have fruit, you don't have to touch sand. You know, different kinds of things. They call it obstacle race.
Mm-hmm.
You remember in
Yeah.
school
In
days,
school days.
we used to have that. So I think there will always be obstacles, but your power of yoga
Mm-hmm.
and power of silence also. Big obstacles. We look at Brahma Baba. Many times in Delhi, we had situations during his visits to Delhi. And Baba is in silence, deep silence.
Mm-hmm.
And you could feel that his light and might is clearing the path. Mama used to give an example. You are in a very high speed car, let's say Mercedes or whichever,
Mm-hmm.
and there is a bullock cart in front of you. It's a very small lane. You can't fly over, right? Bullock cart. But Mama used to say, if you have good yoga, no one can block your way. One time Mama said that path of thorns changes into path of roses if you have good yoga.
Mm-hmm.
So in the beginning, we always had yoga, Baba, intellect. You know, now is service, service. It's all right to, we need to do service, but also have enough silence, enough yoga, so that these obstacles which do come, it's 100% guarantee. Not sure if tire will burst on the way. There is possibility,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you put an extra tire in the car, or you know that plane can be delayed. Let me have extra sandwich with me. It's like you are prepared in silence and yoga that whatever situation come, could be a test, could be a storm, could be settling of karmic account,
Mm-hmm.
and for you to see if you have power. If nothing comes of tolerance, how do I know I have tolerance? You know, so even the use of powers happen when there are adverse situation, diverse situation. Plus, you know, Baba, once I asked Avyakt Baba, why we come in Gyan and families again, this is again. So much we don't know. Baba said, just to give you experience. And since then, anything happened, whether I am there or I immediately say, let's see, is to learn something, is to experience. No, so, but we take it sometimes very like we don't have enough power. So there is fear, we change. Mama had to say in the court that I will not take oath because I don't feel that. I don't believe that God is omnipresent.
Mm-hmm.
Will you do say it today? We say, let the case be settled. You know, Brahma, we had two books of Brahma Baba's life. Second is not much available, I don't know. But every time they showed that whenever there was a big situation, Baba was not in settling the situation. Baba would like to give message at that time. Many interesting stories. So I think that nothing should stop you. You should see what power is needed. And also behind that scene, there is some benefit. No, Baba says everything is beneficial in drama. So remembering that drama, Kalyankari, then why there is fear? So it depends on how do you take every situation as an obstacle or as a scene of drama.
Yeah. So this is divine intellect. So how you see.
Om Shanti, we had power outage, so just 1 minute, we'll be back.
ओम शांति,
पूरा हो गया।
ओम शांति।
हाँ, अभी तो हमारा पूरा हो गया।
Yeah.
Okay, so we probably understood that how we can rightly use the gift given by Baba, the most wonderful gift of divine intellect, and remain free from obstacles. And what I understood is that it's the question of how you look at the situation. It is a situation, or it's just an examination, or we see it as an obstacle. And though Baba gives us the title Vigna Vinashak, that you are the destroyer of obstacles, you are like Ganesh, but still, if we look at it, that it is probably the means of learning something, it is the situation which will enable me to use my maybe sleeping potential, my powers, and so on. So then I will be able to smile as Brahma Baba used to smile, seeing the different situations, and was not affected at all. So this is, I think, this was the lesson today from our meeting with Didi. Thank you, Didi. Thank you.
Is to be the resident of subtle region, right? That will be your practice.
Mm-hmm.
Om Shanti, thank you. So it was a wonderful day. Today started with, actually we want to show you all what is new here today in Avyakt Bhavan. You can see we are inaugurating our new system here in big hall, and you can see some of the picture and video. So we have about 65 Baba's children together here today. Wonderful. Thank you. So we wanted to make you all part of us here. These are Avyakt forms, and you all are in Avyakt form. So present, I mean. Everyone is present here in your subtle form. Om Shanti. Yes. Okay, so just the schedule for tomorrow, because it's Bab Dada's Milan Day. Here it's today, but for you all tomorrow. Friday, October 31st, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Transmission will be available in Avyakti Parivar English Main Room, Hindi Breakout Room. It's available on YouTube as well. You are welcome to join either way, Zoom or YouTube. And our schedule from Amritvela, 3:30 a.m. to 4:45 a.m. Then 8:30 transmission. And before that, there will be a class, master class. And then in the evening, Avyakti Children Mali class, 6 o'clock, but you will start Hindi series, English series, and Tit. Now let's remember Baba and take Drishti from Didi.
बाबा बाहें पसारे, आ जाओ लाडलो अब। पवित्रता तुम्हारी संसार जगमगाए, फरिश्तों की झलक से सब दिव्य ज्ञान पाए। सूक्ष्म वतन सजाओ, धरती के तुम सितारे इंतजार कर रहे हैं, बाबा बाहें पसारे, आ जाओ लाडलो अब।
ओम शांति, ओम शांति।
ओम शांति।